Hi again, everybody. If you're watching this after the previous video, then you know why I'm here. I'm here to talk to my Drive Time viewers and listeners. If you haven't watched the previous video, in that video you would have heard me announce that I am 15 weeks pregnant and what a ride it has been so far. If you want to know more about that, watch the previous video, but I really just want to talk to all of my Drive Time viewers and listeners who have been part of the journey since the beginning. The reason I wanted to make this video is the hardest decision that I had to make was take a break from the Drive Time show. To be very specific, I found out I was pregnant on November 29. In December, during one of the ultrasounds, my doctor found an internal hemorrhage, which wasn't so serious, but she suggested that I rest, but I didn't go for that and said I could do it. If it's just 3 hours a day, I can still do the job. And I also still hosted several events then. Now, if you don't know, it's the most difficult part of any pregnancy, the first trimester, and especially when you're at a certain age. I'm 38 years old, and it's my first pregnancy ever. I say that because doctors often ask if you've had miscarriages before, but I've never. This is my introduction to pregnancy and being a mom. But anyway, I didn't rest in December. Come January, it was a good start. I mean, the normal that you would expect during a pregnancy. I was feeling nauseous and really tired, but I was still going for work, and I even went home to CDO to tell my family because this was nearing the end of the first trimester. But then when we got back from CDO, when we got back in Manila, this is when I really had to make a choice. So I had spotting, I bled. And so of course we went to the hospital. And when we had the ultrasound, again, there was internal hemorrhage and contractions were seen, and then my placenta was really low. So with all that, with this equation in mind, my doctor said no, bed rest. But actually, she said you can still do one event. So this happened on a Wednesday when I bled, and on a Tuesday, and I had an event on Thursday. So I asked her specifically, I said, can I still host this event on Thursday? I promised to take it easy. It's just a short program, and it's something I was really looking forward to because it would have been my first event for 2023. And it's with clients I love, but anyway, that's not the topic for this. So she said, okay, do the event and then bed rest after. But then I bled again that night. So I went back to the hospital, and when we had the ultrasound, she said, no, you really are at risk for miscarrying. If you go to that event, you might lose your baby. You really have to go on bed rest. And even if internally it was such a struggle, I really didn't want to do it, I had to. I canceled, for the very first time in my life, a hosting engagement. And it was then that I felt like this is the choice I have to make if I want to keep this blessing and if I want to keep it healthy. I have to choose what work I do. I have to listen to my doctor, and I have to remind myself that I am more than my work. My worth is more than what I do, and I have to find other ways to feel complete And I have to remember this is a blessing. With all that said, one of the decisions I've had to make out of all that I've experienced, bleeding, being on bed rest, one of the decisions is to take a break from the Drive Time show. I know I will be unable to do both, the occasional events and then going to work 6 days a week, although it's only 3 hours, yes, but having to commute to go to the studio, having to sit for 3 hours straight, and all that. I don't think I will be able to give my best to this pregnancy to keep it going and still do that. So I passed my resignation, which is really my way of saying officially that I have to take an official break from the show for a certain period of time, a long period of time while I'm going through this pregnancy. And I'm guessing, of course, during the first few months of having the baby. Please know that it hasn't been an easy decision. And if anything, it's probably the biggest heartbreak that I am going through. Out of this situation, I'm trying not to be sad about it. But you know, I started the Drive Time show on radio in 2014. And then I started it being on TV in 2000, I forget what year. But it's been years. And I've never done this job for the money. Radio is not for money. You do it because you love it. I love music and I love my show. And because we started it, because we pioneered airing it on TV, I'm so attached to the growth it has gone through the years. I read each and every one of your messages. I look at each and every one of your selfies. I care about each and every one of your feelings. And the biggest joy that I have from this job is knowing that I get to see happy smiles from families in Zamboanga, in Bataan, in Camiguin, in Samar, in Taguig, in Quezon City, from everywhere in the Philippines during those 2 live hours on TV and 3 hours on RJFM. It's truly been such a joy to host this show for you guys. And I want to thank you for showing me so much love. You know, all the messages you guys send me are so heartwarming. When you say that I'm part of your day, when you say that you're sitting there with your whole family waiting for 5 p.m. just so you can enjoy music with me, when you say that this is one of your favorite shows, that it de-stresses you from work, that your kids are also starting to love the music that you consider great, that it's a family bonding session every time it's the Drive Time show. These messages, although they're just words, they're my biggest achievements. And although I'm letting go for a few months, who knows how long, I just want to thank you for the love. I want to thank you for the support. And I want you to know that this has not been an easy decision for me. I'm trying not to be emotional because stress is part of the factors I have to keep away from to keep this baby healthy. But I have cried about this time and time again during the period that I have been on bed rest, and finally when I decided that it was the right decision to make. Thank you so much for joining me daily, for some of you, for not only watching but sending those messages, for sending those selfies. You guys are the best. I know that they're looking for someone else to replace me, and I hope that you enjoy her on the Drive Time show as well, because the Drive Time show will continue without me. But I just wanted to properly tell you why I'm leaving and tell you you mean so much to me, and your happiness has been my happiness for how many years? Since 2014. Thank you for being a part of my life. I will still be on Instagram, I will still be on Facebook, I will still be here on YouTube. So if you want to keep following me, Jamie in Transit on Instagram and YouTube, and Jamie Fournier on Facebook. Thank you for the love. I'm gonna end this video because I'm being redundant here already. I just keep saying thank you and I love you guys for being so supportive and for showing so much love for the show. Thank you for letting me know that we've made you happy all these years. You've made me happy by doing that, because I know, or I knew rather, that I was making a difference in each of your days through music. Really, for me, that's such a great achievement. Depending on when I post this, if I post this when I'm planning to right now, I'm planning to post this over the weekend. The next 2 weeks will be my last 2 weeks as your host on the Drive Time show. I hope you still continue to watch. Let's enjoy the last run. I'll end this video with a collage of some of the selfies and some of the messages I've posted through the years and shared on social media that came from you. Drive Time viewers and listeners, thank you again for the love. I will miss being with you every single day. Just remember to let love in and keep good music alive. Bye everybody, till next time. Thank you so much for watching this.